All right, so this is round 5. We got a double white to finish the tournament, which is very nice. We have makes us have 3 whites in the tournament. Not really expected, but nice. So we start d4, and we get another Nimzo with queen c2. Castles, a3, takes, and then this move d6, which I did a little sparring match with a friend in a line similar to this, maybe this exact position. And I vaguely remembered that like you're not supposed to play bishop g5 here. Just played knight f3, b6, bishop g5 now because now the pawn is committed to b6. I just sort of remembered that you shouldn't play bishop g5 if the pawn is not on b6 yet because then d5 is possible, and somehow the stutter step d6 then d5 makes the bishop not make sense on g5. So I sort of knew that. So bishop g5 now makes more sense because b6 has been played. Bishop b7, e3, knight bd7. I just played bishop e2 because if I play bishop d3 now, then it sort of walks into e5, e4, I felt. So I should play bishop e2. c5. Um, and I think for a while here, not like a crazy amount of time, but a reasonable amount of time because I'm trying to figure out how to handle this, right? Because if I castle, that's probably the most natural looking move. Then takes, and d5 might come at some point, and I'll have an isolated queen's pawn. Also, his bishop is pretty strong. So eventually I decided that maybe I should just take on c5 because all three of the captures allow me to play in different ways. If knight takes, then I get to go into the endgame by taking on f6 twice, breaking the structure, and the b3 square is a little bit weak, but I'll be able to play b4, so that's felt fine. If b takes, which is sort of the move I was expecting, then I thought I could just play like rook d1 and put pressure on this pawn, and if it ever gets pushed, then I'll be able to play hanging pawn structure with my rooks on c1 and d1. Probably I'll castle before playing rook d1 just for that purpose, so I can put the rooks here. Um, and maybe I'm not better there, or not significantly better at least, but it felt like that was fine for me. And then d takes felt like, okay, I'll get some pressure on the d file. It's pretty symmetrical, but if anyone's better, it should be me. So I take. He plays d takes, which I think is the most drawish of the three options. I play rook a d1, queen c8. Um, just getting out of the pin, both pins, because he was in 2 pins with the knights, getting out of both of them. I played bishop f4 as sort of a prophylactic move because then there was knight e4 was coming now that the knight was out of the pin. Rook e8. So rook e8 sort of felt like, okay, he wants to play e5, right? But I can play knight e5. This felt like a very sort of active move to prevent the plan of e5 while also getting pieces active, preparing bishop f3 to trade off his best minor piece. I can castle. Like, yes, I do have the bishop pair right now, so maybe trading the bishop doesn't make that much sense, but at the same time, it's like, what is my bishop really doing other than being worse than his bishop? So I thought bishop f3 was the way to go. Um, and also, if you take on g2, then it's just completely lost immediately. I'll just play like rook g1, and it's pretty clear that knight takes d7, queen g7 is made. I mean, the bishop's attacked. It's just you can't take that pawn. It's just completely. You're going to lose the game very quickly if you do that. So knight f8 move. I was sort of expecting takes and knight e4, but knight f8, bishop f3. And now here, probably if I want to play for the win, this is my chance, and I can play g takes. But it felt pretty risky. I was having a good tournament. I'm playing a high-rated opponent in the last round. I wasn't like I didn't want to risk that much to get like a dynamic position where probably I'm weakening my structure, and um I don't know. I also was just seeing that, like, okay, like at the minimum, there's going to be like knight g6, and I'm gonna get my knight's going to be traded. I have this dark square bishop, which might be good, but I don't know. It didn't feel like I really had anything serious, so I just took with the knight. But probably if I wanted to play for a win, I should have taken with the g pawn. So knight g6, bishop g3, knight e4. And after this, just takes the bishop, and when I recapture, I offer a draw. I mean, it's possible I'm a little bit better just because my knight has better squares. I don't think I'm better because of the H file, because I'm probably going to castle soon anyway. There's no real pressure on the H file. I mean, his knight's stuck for now, but he can just play H6 whenever he wants. I'm not realistically, I'm not going to be able to like leave my king uncastled. And he'll bring a rook to the D file, and I don't think. I mean, if I want to try to make use of the open H file, I have to give up the D file, which means probably it's not the right thing to do. But maybe my knight is a little bit better placed than his. Um, so maybe I'm a little bit better, but it just felt like pretty much nothing. So at this point, I think draw is a fair result. And when I offered it, he thought for a little while and then said, "Yeah, we're just going to trade all the rooks on the D file, and it's just a draw." So if it was early in the tournament, or if there was like money on the line, or there are many other scenarios where I could try to press this thing and I would feel pretty comfortable playing it, but it just, I was tired, long tournament, pretty reasonable result that I had by the end of it. I finished on -1, but I was in the open section playing up 4 out of the 5 rounds, so I was happy with it. And yeah, that was the tournament. Hope you enjoyed these videos. Next tournament I'm playing is Eastern Chess Congress, which is in Princeton. It's the last weekend of October. So by the time this video goes out, I will have already played the tournament, or it will, yeah, I think the tournament will have completed by the time this video goes out, and those videos should be coming out in the week or two after that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.